morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. What is today? Today is Friday. Today is Friday, September 26th to be exact. We are heading to North Carolina, Tennessee in a couple of days. If you guys don't already know, we are going to ChrisSadowski's on the Dragon. I believe this is loud music. I believe this year is number 10. So what's cool about that is this is the year of the S2000, being like the title car, whatever you'd want to call it. So if you don't already know, we took my S2000, my shopmate Alex took his S2000 2 years ago. We went out there, drove across the country, drove it back. Amazing time, great people, great event. It was a ton of fun. We're doing that again this year. My car, I've barely touched this thing all summer between being busy at the shop and busy with drifting, and also planning for this trip for most of the year. I knew I didn't want to put that much wear and tear on the car. Same with tires and stuff like that. I just wanted to have the car more or less ready. So that way, as the year, So that way, as the year went on, I didn't have to worry so much about it. So right now, I got to swing. I got to get some gas. Got to get some oil because I need to change oil on this thing, and I'm going to slap some fresh plugs in it. But past that, the car is more or less ready. I'm going to give it a bolt check while we have it at the shop on the lift. And then tomorrow, which is Saturday, we got to tweak Alex's car a little bit, do his valve lash, change his oil, valve for gasket, small things like that. And then we should be pretty much ready. This year we are going to be accompanied by our good friend Chase. He is bringing his track car FK Type R, which is going to be pretty wild, honestly, because that thing's like fully track car'd out. No heat, no AC. Cruise control is questionable if he gets time to put his steering wheel back on. Yeah, no, he's lugging it out, gutted, caged Type R across the country. So we'll have some fun. Let's go get some stuff, get some coffee, get productive. And let's get into the shop, get the car cleaned up. And I got to finish a job this morning, working on some stuff on a BMW. Not having fun, but we're getting there. And it's money, so let's go make some money. We made it to the shop. Let me show you what we're working with. This car was the bane of my existence yesterday. This is one of those, I think it's a 2013 650i X-Drive BMW. So this is what was on it, was these H&R lowering springs. Now this car gets used for business purposes. It's a Turo rental. So the owner, he's sick of paying for tires wearing prematurely, as well as the wheels getting smacked up, because normal people don't know how to drive lowered cars. So I basically just been swapping them all back to stock, but this car is just not easy to do. Like German engineering at its finest, overcomplicated, overly massive suspension, extremely unfun and unpleasant to deal with. But we're in the final stretch. I just got to tighten down everything on this corner, double check this corner, and then put a bolt to hold that knuckle assembly upright in that corner. And I know it's a BMW. Some of you guys apparently think I'm a Beamer boy now just because I've been drifting the E36 for a couple years. But some of you guys are too closed-minded to just understand that it was what was available to me. BMWs I've learned to like, but I didn't like them before I got it. It was just something that popped up. I was like, it's cheap, let's do it. So broaden your horizons a little bit. Some of you might be a little bit less ornery and angry. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting this together, and then we'll pull the S in, get some maintenance done on that thing, and yeah, hopefully smooth day. Wasn't planning on rain, and it's kind of a problem because I don't have a driver window on the E36, so I can't really leave that outside while I work on the S2000. So might just have to do it on the floor. I think I have oil catch pen here, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, I think that's the plan. Let's go grab the car. All right, the car is at least indoors, but I just air dried off some of the water around the hood so it didn't pour all over the engine bay, but now the floor is all wet. So no good way about this. The rain will not let up. So it kind of sucks for everybody involved today. I mean, Alex has tires to do. Customer's not here yet because he's probably stuck in the rain. I've got stuff to do. The rain's holding me up because I got to get my car done today because tomorrow we got to get his car done because we leave in a couple of days. But nonetheless, we're good. I got some fresh spark plugs straight from Science of Speed themselves. I think these are the same ones I put in last time just through O'Reilly's, but you know what? I at least paid the extra $8 difference and got them, you know, pre-gapped, all that stuff. So we're good there. I'm gonna slap some new ones in. I checked my service records that I keep on the car and I haven't surprisingly changed these things in like 3 years, roughly 50,000 miles. So just as a precautionary, we're taking them with. As for the other maintenance item that I'm gonna bring with is coil packs. Last time had a little bit of a scare with a misfire. Turned out in my case it was a bad tank of gas getting low on the fuel. Put some octane booster and some fresh 91 in it. In New Mexico coming back from the Texas area, and the car cleared up. But just to be safe, because F-Series in these S2000, the coil packs are not just an item you can pop into O'Reilly's and buy, but thankfully the earlier K20 coil packs, I don't know if it's all K-Series, but I know for sure the K28-2 in my Integra shares the same coil packs. So I'm gonna just grab those before we leave as some extras, but thankfully the only other thing we're doing is just oil change, spark plugs, and we're just gonna flush the clutch because S2000 things and you gotta flush it regularly. So yeah, other than that, car's good. I'm gonna get the AC serviced on Monday, just double check the charge because it's a little nowadays that it's, you know, I haven't serviced it since I've owned it and it's been almost 5 years now. So yeah, try and wait it out a little bit longer, see if the rain lets up a little bit so I can try and squeeze this thing outside because the window, like I said, is stuck down, so that way I can use the lift. Otherwise I'm going to have to roll on the wet floor and change my oil. Such is life. Oil is good. Let's fire it up quick and do a leak check. Oil is fully topped off. Just dusted out the air filter because that was looking pretty dirty. Next up is the spark plugs. So these are some fresh ones, like I mentioned. These are like the OEM ones through Science of Speed, pre-gapped and all that, so that's nice. I already have my coil pack cover off because a lot of guys that race these things back when I was still tracking this, they don't run them because it can kind of bake the harness and the coils. So yeah, it's not on there. Pretty easy, straight access. One of these days I need to order the replacement plugs because these are plugs that tend to get dry rotted. It's really bad on these cars, that one and that one, so you have to use zip ties, and even the coil pack plugs are really known for dry rotting on these cars. Thankfully mine are in pretty decent shape. Just one of those S2000 quirks. And yes, before anybody points out the red valve cover with the blue hoses and stuff, it's ugly. I just haven't had the money or the time or the willingness, honestly. This car has been so good to me. It's starting to show that it needs a little bit of maintenance past the very basic stuff, like a few bushings here and there I want to take care of. But this is one of those things where it's like on my bucket list, but not a priority because of life and stuff. But I do intend to get this powder coated. I just need to do it. Well, we're almost done. I just ran into some service record issues. Realized I haven't changed the diff fluid in about 33,000 miles. About to add 4,500 onto it, so I'm gonna go in the morning on my way in. I'm gonna stop at O'Reilly's and grab some diff fluid, and then I need to flush the clutch toe, but I realized I'm out of brake fluid, so we're gonna have to pick this up tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Back next morning, day 2. Still raining, unfortunately, so in the meantime, like I mentioned yesterday, we needed to get some maintenance done to Alex's car as well before the journey. Just because we're kind of so limited on shop space. The main thing is his valve lash. We need to verify it because his has been unknown in terms of service history, it making a little bit of noise here and there, whatever. Had to check engine light for some misfire, was TPS related, but we're just gonna check because he's changing gaskets and stuff anyway, so better safe than sorry. So again, still have to do the last little bit of this, but I can't move the BMW because the ground is wet and there's a goo lagoon out there, so we can't really two-man push an S2000 up a hill because that sounds like a very bad morning. It's beautiful out here this morning though, like the weather is perfect. It just not for trying to move cars around in. So yeah, we're gonna get this stuff taken apart really quick, get this thing ready to go. Almost makes me wish I still had a stock air box. Not that my car ever had it, but like titanium with the stock box and not having to worry about rain is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is nice. Nice.
There we go. The gasket doesn't even look bad.
No, it's actually not bad.
I mean, it's still pretty fluffy too.
And it really wasn't, like, I didn't really notice it leaking. Oh, shit. Maybe kind of back here a little bit.
Barely.
But barely, though.
I mean, maybe just reuse this until you get your new valve cover then.
Yeah, I'll just do that. And the spark plug tube seals looked good, too. There wasn't any that were filled up with oil, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Yeah, save yourself a few bucks and the headache of trying to think of what you want to do with the gaskets, but...
Yeah.
Sweet. Cylinder head looks really clean in here, though.
That's why it doesn't burn oil.
I mean, mine still looks clean, but mine just drinks it. Yo. It's unfair. That's why this is the most frustrating thing, is when you have friends with AP1s and yours is the only one that actually consumes oil at, like, Honda rates. Yeah, his... How many miles are you at?
147,000.
Well, so you're like... I'm at like 167. So yeah, 20,000 less miles. Mine has gotten to the point where it'll drink a quart in like 700-800 miles. And we went the whole dragon trip last time and he barely added maybe a quarter of a quart the whole 4,500 mile trip. And I killed, the reason you saw me doing the oil change with 2 of those 5-gallon jugs is because the latter half of that second jug that I don't dip into is just for this trip. That's my oil change monitor, is when I run out of spare oil in that jug, then I know it's time to change the oil, because it's been about 4,000 to 5,000 miles. So if you've never done a valve lash adjustment at all, they're pretty straightforward on most vehicles. The S2000 is quite easy in particular. So these little things here, what we're measuring is the tightness in the gap between the rocker arm and the top of the valve here, whatever, I don't know technical terms, whatever. Yeah, and you use these things, feeler gauges. In this particular case, this engine, you need these 45-degree ones because you can't get a flat one in there. So I just did the first cylinder. These two were actually super loose on the intake side. They require that 8 to 10 thousandths. So rule of thumb is, simply put, 8 is going to feel loose, 9 is going to have some good, friction on it, and then 10 won't be able to go in at all. So that's how I like to set them. But yeah, these ones are good now. This rearmost on the exhaust side, that's 10 to 11 thousandths. So on that one, I kind of just do a good friction feel on 10, and 11 pretty inaccessible to slip in. This one was good. The front one was a little on the loose side. So cylinder 1 is good. Now in this case, you want to go in the firing order. So cylinder 1, and then 3, and then 4, and then 2. So 1's good. Let's crank it over by hand here on the crank pulley. And then I have this very sketchy long makeshift screwdriver, and we can go to cylinder. Oh, and then also this is the tool that I use. They make them specific. This is a 10mm one. It's essentially just a wrench with a screwdriver combined. You can do it with normal hand tools, but that was on Amazon for like 15 bucks, so makes your life easier. But now on this thing, you can see cylinder 1 TDC. It has the marks on the cam gear. You can see lined up with the timing cover there. So you want to go basically, I think it's what, 45 degrees, 90 degrees? Yeah, 90 degrees because it's full 360. So, yep. Crank this over a little bit. Sit here and watch cylinder 3. And another way you can tell is the cam lobes. I'll show you what I mean here in just a second once we get there, because they will ideally be facing opposite of each other once you're like a 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock position, more or less. Yeah, so that one we just saw the screwdriver just barely start to go down. You don't want to go reverse, but you can go just, you know, a 1/16 of an inch to just get that peak. But yeah, you can kind of see right here the cam lobes facing opposite of each other, just like that. Roughly 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock. That's how you know that cylinder is at top dead center. So pretty straightforward. I don't have multiple sets of hands to do this, but you get the idea. Go on there, loosen, tighten, use your feelies, and make it purr. Valve lash is all good to go. Quite a bit of it actually needs some tweaking, so now doing some other basic maintenance. So zoom you in here. This belt, definitely seen some better days. Nice and cracked. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but we got the good old trusty one. Fair, so we're good there. Yeah, slap a belt on it and then fluids, right? Yeah, fluids. Yeah, so put the valve cover back on, then I can move this out, finish my fluids, and then do these fluids. All right, so for doing the diff fluid, somewhere in here I had made my own special little tool. I think this is it. I'll show you here in a sec. And then for fluid, I don't remember what I used last time. I thought I had wrote it down, but I didn't. So this time we're using the Valvoline because it's more or less this fancy bag just because it's easy to fill it. But yeah, it's 75-140. This is the GL5 regulated, rated, whatever. And it also has the limited slip modifier, whatever. But yeah, the diffs on these things are a little tedious to fill. That's why I made this thing, because that is obviously the fill plug, and you want to make sure you can take that off before you ever drain your diff, transmission, anything. So I remember a couple years ago I made this stupid little tool because it's a 23mm socket, and I have never seen Honda use a 23mm on like anything other than this, but that works. And then we can just fill it up. Normally I use my little bug sprayer pump and I'll just run the hose through here, but hopefully with these bags it'll just let me squeeze it in through there. So go ahead, pull this thing off really quick. Need a mallet, but get my kitchen pan, drain this up. All right, got the car pretty much all good to go. Let me show you the exhaust really quick. I added some support to the hanger because I made this exhaust forever ago and it was starting to look a little sketchy. So we did this nice little slant cut rolled tip. Looks pretty neat. Spent a little bit of time making that, but looks way better than that chopped up old V-band. So I know I've mentioned this before on S2000 videos, but since we've been doing BMW stuff for a hot minute, let me refresh you. The S2000s have a quirk with the master cylinder where they like to just get super dirty super quick. So realistically on these cars, you're supposed to flush the clutch. Most guys just do it every oil change because you're in there anyway, and they just, suck it out really quick with a turkey baster, which is what I just did with my little vacuum air pump because I have access to one. You just top it off, gravity bleed like a reservoir or two full, and you're good to go. It's just for whatever reason, the seal just gets really dirty. Let me show you. So there you go. You can kind of see in there how dirty it is. Gross. So I don't know what it is about these things, but yeah, I just go through. I don't use anything special, just some .3. And I've sucked it out. Now I take a rag, take a little towel, and just wipe up all the gunk that's in there. Just look at that, just gross. So get all the dirt out of there so that way it's not floating around, and then just go ahead and gravity bleed a little bit through and you will be golden. And I also apologize for not filming more of the work, as I have 3 different chargers here in my toolbox, and for whatever reason all of them plug into my camera but none of them actually charge it. I don't know why. I usually use my Mac charger at home, so I apologize. I don't have spare batteries for this camera because they're expensive, because Sony is not cheap. So we're almost dead, but it's okay. I'll film some more. I just cannot getting much action shots, but here you can watch me clean the reservoir awkwardly. That motor's purring.
Yeah, it actually feels great.
It's actually pretty quiet. We gotta scan your check engine light too.
It's the secondary air.
Oh.
It's actually been pretty decent.
Good lord, that
Jesus
Crap,
Christ.
that's a
I'm not.
rat's nest.
I'm not touching that.
Yikes. Yeah, that's.
You're gonna give me AIDS.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy.
version
I
2
can't
in
believe.
your car.
I can't believe it's that bad. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, you
Wow.
got a family living in there.
That's insane.
You don't hear any pitter patters while you're driving around?
This car sits in the garage, so I'm kind of like curious as to how
It got so bad.
it got so bad like that. Maybe I should put a few mouse traps in my
In your
garage.
cowl?
Yeah, I was gonna say in your
You
ass.
might need it in your
Wow.
car.
Can.
Yeah, that's all you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gloving up on this. It actually did its job,
Oh Lord, Jesus.
but that is
pulls up that way.
disgusting.
You're gonna give me fucking spore.
Oh, I forget. Yeah, it's clipped in.
Man,
Say spore.
He's gonna give me spores. Well, see you tomorrow. Oh, you're dripping everywhere.
bro, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Hey, Alex.
I just poured it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you just take the hose off and pour it? Okay.
Because I work smarter than you. He likes the cranking motion.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Go off, King.
I wanted to see how long it took him to get
You know,
this
you
part
would know.
done.
Alex in his free time eats bananas for the shape and Snickers, you know, veiny sign down.
Alex, didn't you already take like the top part off?
Huh?
Didn't you already take something out of that?
Yeah, I did, and then I put it back in because I wanted to do this part.
Oh, interesting.
He started with a good idea, then proceeded to do a bad one.
That's gonna splash everywhere.
See if you can overcome these terrible tires. Terrible all seasons.
I'll do a baseline with those and then fucking put on some other tires. Wheel sauce supply.
Those will be the Maxis then for sure. Yeah. Finally done. After
Only took. I mean, we did.
I was
both of
doing.
them.
I legitimately had other customers I did tires for today. So.
Alex.
We're 10 to 9. So we're like a 12-hour day in this right now, but we got both our cars prepped. Chase, you're just not going now, so.
Bro, I'm just gonna I'm doing it all tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was at the track today, and now tomorrow I just get everything fixed and ready to go.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, hopefully. That's why this guy is wild. He raced today, which thankfully it was raining, so like you didn't actually race, you kind of just splashed in some puddles.
There was a lot of puddles.
And then we're doing a 4,500 mile road trip, and then we're coming back and he's doing another track day.
Don't do what I do.
Dedicated to the craft. But yeah, no, tires good, brakes good, clutch good, oil, trans, diff, all the fluids are solid. Car is ready to go. Valve lash as well, I forgot about that. My car, good to go, minus a good scrubbing and a good lint roll of the seats because I didn't realize how hairy my driver's seat is. That bucket seat life. But other than that, the only the only thing to do really is have a good time. Yeah, I mean, I know this video is a little bit sporadic, and again, we were just trying to crank stuff out, so I apologize for the lack of the actual labor side of this. I try to get more artsy, but I also didn't have a tripod right now. It died. So anyways, thanks for spending some time with me here today on the channel. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments down below. If you're going to the Dragon, I'm looking forward heavily to seeing and meeting some more of you guys. The last 2 years that I went were fantastic, and I'm very much so looking forward to it. So, enjoy yourself, do what you love, forget about the rest, have a good night, wherever it is, what time of day it is by you, and we will see you guys in North Carolina at the Dragon. Peace out.